Have you ever stopped to think about the incredible journey each breath you take goes on? It's a complex, beautiful process that keeps us alive every single moment. Let's take a deep dive into the amazing world of our respiratory system. It all starts with a simple inhale. Air enters through your nose or mouth, where it's warmed, humidified, and filtered. From there, it travels down the trachea, also known as your windpipe. Think of the trachea as the main highway for air. It's a strong, flexible tube reinforced with rings of cartilage to keep it open. This highway then splits into two smaller roads called the main bronchi, one leading to your right lung and the other to your left. Your lungs are these amazing, spongy organs protected by your rib cage. The right lung is slightly larger and has 3 lobes, while the left lung has 2, making space for your heart. Inside the lungs, the bronchi continue to branch out, like a tree, into smaller and smaller tubes called bronchioles. This intricate network ensures that air reaches every part of your lungs. The further they branch, the tinier they become, leading to the most crucial part of our journey. At the very end of these tiny bronchioles are microscopic air sacs called alveoli. You have hundreds of millions of them. They look like tiny clusters of grapes. This is where the real magic happens: gas exchange. Surrounding each alveolus is a fine mesh of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. The walls of both the alveoli and the capillaries are incredibly thin, just 1 cell thick. This allows oxygen from the air you've just inhaled to pass easily from the alveoli into your bloodstream. As the oxygen enters the blood, it hitches a ride on red blood cells, which then carry this precious cargo to every single cell in your body. From your brain to the tips of your toes, every cell needs this oxygen to produce energy and function properly. But it's a two-way street. While your cells use oxygen, they produce a waste gas called carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide travels back through your bloodstream to the lungs. At the alveoli, it moves from the capillaries back into the air sacs, ready to be expelled. This whole process is powered by a large, dome-shaped muscle located at the base of your lungs called the diaphragm. When you inhale, your diaphragm contracts and moves downward. This increases the space in your chest cavity, allowing your lungs to expand and fill with air. It's an active process. Then comes exhalation. Your diaphragm relaxes and moves back up, and your rib muscles relax, causing your chest cavity to get smaller. This gently squeezes the lungs, pushing the carbon dioxide-rich air out, up through the bronchioles and bronchi, up the trachea, and finally out of your nose or mouth. Exhalation is typically a passive process. It just happens as your muscles relax. So, inhalation brings in fresh oxygen, and exhalation gets rid of waste carbon dioxide. This cycle happens about 12 to 20 times a minute for a resting adult without you even having to think about it. That's over 20,000 breaths a day. Let's visualize it again. Inhale, diaphragm contracts, chest expands, lungs fill, and oxygen rushes into the blood. Exhale, diaphragm relaxes, chest contracts, lungs deflate, and carbon dioxide is pushed out. It's a rhythmic, life-sustaining dance. This system is remarkably efficient, but it's also delicate. Things like air pollution, smoking, and respiratory illnesses can damage this intricate network. The cilia, tiny hair-like structures lining your airways that sweep out mucus and debris, can be harmed, leading to blockages and infections. Conditions like asthma can cause the airways to narrow and swell, making breathing difficult. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the alveoli, filling them with fluid. And chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, is a long-term disease that makes it hard to breathe. That's why taking care of our respiratory system is so important. Regular exercise helps strengthen your diaphragm and improves lung capacity. Avoiding pollutants and not smoking are some of the best things you can do for your lung health. Eating a healthy diet rich in antioxidants also helps protect your lungs from damage. So, the next time you take a breath, take a moment to appreciate the incredible, non-stop work your respiratory system is doing. From the large trachea down to the millions of microscopic alveoli, it's a masterpiece of biological engineering working tirelessly to power your life. From the simple act of breathing in the fresh air to fueling every cell in your body, the respiratory system is truly at the core of our existence. It's a silent, constant supporter that deserves our care and attention. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the human respiratory system. I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the amazing human body, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.